Hey, you guys, let's get into your reading. Divine, what is the most relevant message here for Pisces at this time? Okay. So we have an energy of recalling. So memories missing someone as well as reminiscing here. Okay. Divine, what is significant here about reminiscing and then the long call? Okay. So in it to win it, long-term intentions as well as invested. Okay. So I feel like for some of you all, a move could be on your mind currently. This doesn't mean that it's happening, but it could just be on your mind, something that you are currently wanting to do. Okay. This could be something that has been on your mind and like seemingly maybe has kind of like a hold on you, like in some way you can't stop thinking about this. Okay. Divine, tell me more about this recalling as well as long call as what light bulb moment. Yeah. Okay. So light bulb moment. So sudden realization, feeling inspired as well as insightful awareness. So some of you all could be taking action here. Okay. On a move that you've been thinking about or considering. Okay. This could be something that could, carry you from state to state, across states, across the country. This could be something that's, a neighborhood to neighborhood. So maybe you're not relocating from, a state to state, but you are relocating from neighborhood to neighborhood or city to city. Okay. Divine, what else is here? And then we have roller coasters. So yeah, there definitely will be some movement. So full of highs and lows, off and on again, and hot and cold. So I do feel like this is definitely giving an energy of like a fresh start. I feel like there'll be a lot of changes. This is definitely giving me like a tower moment energy without the tower. It's just giving me more so just like different types of changes. There'll be highs, there'll be lows, there'll be ups and there'll be down. There will be downs. I feel like there will even be a moment of remorse, a little moment of regret, but in the long term, it'll turn out and be exactly what you need it to be. Okay. We have karmic at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like you definitely will land exactly where you're supposed to. Last one, Divine. Okay. And then we have an energy of lust. So I feel like this is more so something that you will enjoy. It has nothing to do with anything of a sexual nature. I feel like it's more so an energy that you will enjoy. Just like I was saying, like, I feel like most things, when you do make changes, when you do move from, a different neighborhood to another neighborhood or city, there will be changes. Okay. Divine, what else is here? Okay. So we have an energy of swept up. So head over heels, falling in love, as well as intense emotions. I feel like also, there's a space that you're moving away from. And I feel like the reason why recalling also is coming up here now that we have swept up here. I feel like there's a space that you're recalling because karmic was at the bottom of the deck. This feels very reminiscent and not even like in a nostalgic way. I feel like you finally have come into connection with somebody that could mean something of very grave importance to you, somebody you could possibly even spend the rest of your life with here. I feel like, you possibly getting what you want is having you remember maybe even the way you were treated in those previous instances and just being grateful for where you are now and how you're so appreciated, how you're so loved in a particular environment right now. Okay. It almost feels too good to be true. Okay. Divine, tell me more about swept up here. Okay. So we have tiptoeing. So avoiding getting caught, acting shady, as well as sneaking around. I'm pretty sure there is a reason. Divine, tiptoeing. Because I feel like somebody's, yep, with the cleanse here, detox, ridding negativity as well as purification. I feel like there is like many different things that you're avoiding, but it gives an energy of avoiding those negative attributes, those things that you came from previously, especially with spiritual cleanse here. There's things that you're doing totally different. Like there's a reborn, there's a rebirth type of energy to a spiritual cleanse. You're detoxing, you're ridding negativity, there's purification there. And like after you've changed so many different things, like even if you consider changing your diet, those who, take meat completely out of their diet, they have a different type of energy level. They feel lighter. There's, a difference versus somebody who eats meat. And I'm not saying that the person who eats meat is unhealthy, because there's just major definitive differences. But, there's health differences as well. Okay. Divine, tell me more about this energy here. Okay, so we have penny pinching, so financial struggle, saving up, as well as budgeting. Okay, so penny pinching isn't always a negative thing, because you have saving up as well as budgeting. Divine, tell me more about this energy here. Okay, so we have lost, so ghosted, cowardice, disappearing act, and tell me more about lost. Okay. So we have new boo, so new love, learning each other, as well as flirtations, and then we have kinky ways, so fetishes, fantasies, fetishes, sexually open, as well as looking to explore. Okay, so I do feel like there is somebody who could be a real good benefit to you, but I feel like depending on how you run or handle this person or handle the relationship or handle the narrative, I feel like there's going to be a difference, because I feel like there's something that could be overdone here. Something gives a vibe that it could be overdone, is more so what more so than anything else. So I feel like there's something you need to reserve, something you need to pull back on, because I'm also seeing a Four of Pentacles. So it's almost like, don't give too much to a situation. Like, of course, don't play any games, because that's not what I'm saying either. But it's something about over giving, over sharing, like, wait for particular moments. And although you may feel a way, it may not be the particular time. You are allowed to feel how you feel, but it may not be the time for you to express that openly. Okay? Yes. There we go. Divine, what is the last energy here? Okay. So we have an energy of player. So playing the field, not looking to settle, seeking options. Divine, tell me more about player. Okay. And then we have black sheep. So rebelling, going against expectations, defying norms. So I feel like there's a lot of you all who are in single energy, and you are very attractive. It gives more so like hermit vibes. Definitely gives more so hermit vibes. But with Black Sheep here, I feel like there's a lot that you're avoiding. I feel like you're not the stereotypical player. You're not the one that's out there on the scene and doing your thing. I feel like there's a level of discretion to your mystery. If you will, high priest, high priestess type of vibes. Okay. Divine, tell me more about this energy of player, Black Sheep. Okay, and then we have liftoff. Okay, so fast action, progression forward, the wait is over. And I feel like we have this energy here because there's a focus solely on you. Okay, I feel like, yeah, emphasis on you being single, but you have a direction, you have a focus. Black sheeps tend to have a mission, have a goal. Anybody I know who is, would consider themselves a black sheep, is a go-getter. They're doing their thing, and I feel like that's the exact thing that's happening here as well. I feel like there are going to be people who are going to be quite pressed to see that you're doing well. I don't know why people will wish people, ill will, but that it happens. Divine, tell me more about this. Okay. And then we have spiritually woke. So self-awareness, cutting through illusions, and detaching from ego. So you have to cleanse. You now have spiritually woke. I feel like there's stages, there's levels to this. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. It's like you don't wake up one day and just be this person. It's like, no, this takes time. And unfortunately, there's a lot of roughing it. And unfortunately as well, most of the roughing it comes from external sources. Divine, last one for this energy. But you seem to be doing something well. Oh, said I get three. Okay. So we have my boo receipts as well as cuffing season. I feel like that says enough. Okay. So I feel like a lot of you all, after like coming out of a season of like, going through like seasons of maybe dating, maybe experiencing, trying to get yourself out there after becoming, spiritually aware and like knowing yourself and your self-worth, your value, all of the things, right? Okay. And I feel like now that you're getting yourself out there, like I feel like you're gonna land something here, like after a period, because after a period of time, because it feels like this is not an instantaneous, quite, for some people it might be, but it doesn't feel like this is happening, all of a sudden, or you go to the grocery store and you go to grab a piece of a head of lettuce, and somebody else grabs the same lettuce you're grabbing and you're not looking. Okay. I don't feel like it's one of those kind of situations. I feel like this is just one of those situations where you've maybe have been dating for somebody for a while. But this is even this person that you've been dating after a while, like this is the first person where you've made a real connection with, okay? Divine, oh, one for the overall. Okay, and there you have it. So wine and dine. So courtship, consistently dating, romance, and passion. I feel like I'm becoming the love guru tarot reader, because like that seems to be the only thing that's like really coming out. Somebody leaving a life of singledom behind, or just a life of old things and an old way of being behind, and becoming this new brilliant thing because they feel like there's no boundaries. But I feel like when it comes down to a partner, or when it comes down to a spouse, or, things of that nature, a lot of you all are on a lucky break. A lot of you all are enjoying yourselves, and kudos to you. Hi. It's me again. So listen, I have something for you. It's the same thing that I've had for you always, but like some of you all aren't using it, and like it's a really good source, like a very valuable source, like one of those things that could help you with understanding, clarity, insight, help things make sense that you yourself can't make sense. Maybe they have a talent or a skill that you don't possess, that you know they can make sense of. So check out our sponsor, Psychic Source. Okay. So if you click the link down below in the description box using my unique code JMarion, you can get up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only $19.80. So that's plenty of time for you to gain insight and clarity on questions that you've been, wondering or pondering in the head of yours. If you've been wanting insight on maybe like something you have going on, like maybe you have a move going on, maybe you are looking, in a career dip, for a different career path. So like all of the things. So if you're not satisfied, I promise you, you can get your money back. So you win, period. So check those details down below in the description box. Okay. Now on to your reading. Divine, what is the direct message here? Four of Pentacles, and there you have it. That Four of Pentacles that we felt in the prior reading. So now it's actually coming up. So Four of Pentacles. So I feel like there's something you definitely need to hold on to, because like I feel like with the Four of Pentacles, there's something you will be really good at. There's something you'll be really good at here with the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Something you will be really good at, something you are good at, something you are skilled at. I feel like this thing that you are skilled and good at, unbeknownst to you, is you've learned how to be a good partner. And maybe you've learned how to be a good partner in reverse, okay? And I say in reverse because all of those things that the other people or those other partners or whatever were not to you, you've learned how to be, or you've learned how to ask for, or all of that things. Like if it pleases you and it's something that you need, you know how to get it now. Okay. So everything that you need or everything that you desire, that you seek out, you've learned how to get that in reverse. Okay. Divine, Four of Pentacles. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Mm, yeah, I feel like you most certainly either you're in a relationship or you're getting ready to be in one. For some of you all, that's going to be significant. If not, I feel like for a lot of you all, if it's something that you've been holding on to, it's something that you're getting ready to start. So, like this Ace of Wands is a new beginning, okay? For a lot of you all, Ace of Wands, this could be movement. Like this could be moving once again, like getting something going. Ace of Wands is action. It's doing the thing. For some of you all, this is definitely moving. Divine Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, okay? We have the Empress as well as the Ten of Wands, okay? Nine could be significant, and I'm only saying nine because the Empress, I'm looking at the, the symbolism, with the earth and then, a hand holding the womb as if it's pregnant. Ten of Swords, something could definitely be coming to an end, but coming to an end more so in a good way. I feel like this has been a very painful process with the Ten of Swords, okay? But with the star here at the bottom of the deck, I feel like a lot of you all are finally getting ready to achieve the beginning of something, especially with the Ace of Wands, just like we were talking about. So Empress, Ten of Swords, with the star as an emphasis at the bottom of the deck, a lot of you all are exhibiting like strong qualities, especially indicative to those traits that you used to carry when you were a child. Maybe like when you were very talented and skilled at something, and maybe you thought that you wouldn't get that back again or you wouldn't pick that back up again. And some of you all have maintained that, as you've matured in age. Divine Ten of Swords here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. So once again, like I feel like a lot of you all, once something comes into existence, once you get that opportunity, once that time comes for you to get something going, you're going to get going on it. Like there's going to be no hesitation. Okay, I feel like there's going to be no hesitation because I feel like you've gone through enough. I feel like you've gone through enough. I feel like you've waited long enough. Divine Knight of Swords. Okay. And then we have that Eight of Pentacles, So once again, there was something you're really good at. And with the Eight of Pentacles, this is giving me one of those type of situations. Because if you had to hold back on this, I feel like this is something that, people ridiculed you for. At times I also feel like people took you for granted and took advantage of you when it came down to your skills and your talents, especially, in work environments. Okay. For with the Judgment here at the bottom of the deck, this could currently not be your story. You could have definitely moved on to, shall we say, greener pastures. Those greener pastures could be something that you created here. Emphasis back again on the Ace of Wands here. Divine Eight of Pentacles. Okay. And then we have the Page of Pentacles waiting on that opportunity. So it's almost like your talent is meeting opportunity right at the marker, like right where it's supposed to. Because with the Four of Pentacles and then now Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, like I feel like you've been, on reserve. It almost feel like you've been benched for quite a while. I feel like you are the surprise coming that people did not expect or didn't see coming, even though you were in plain sight. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, with the Death here at the bottom of the deck. So strong emphasis on the changes that you made. There's a lot of growth with you. Mutable, okay, definitely mutable. Mutable sign Pisces you are. Divine Page of Pentacles. Okay. Five of Swords, and then we have the Six of Cups. So it's we're landing and pretty much ending exactly where we started with that first reading, with that recalling type of energy. So for a lot of you all, a lot of things that have been on your mind they're getting ready to come to fruition. A lot of you all have been planning a lot of things, and these things seem to be around something very creative, especially with the Six of Cups. I feel like something's been heavily on your mind, memories and talents and skills. And then we have the Moon here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, some sort of hidden talent could be significant here. Divine Six of Cups moving forward. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah. So a lot of you are getting ready to see something through here, you know. I feel like it's one of those things where maybe your soul, had a meeting with the team, every aspect of yourself. And, everybody's like ready to go. It was almost like a pep rally, to pump everybody up and get everybody going. So I feel like with the Seven of Wands here, like you're all in. There's a determination that you have that seems to be unprecedented with the Seven of Wands. I feel like you, in some way, I'm tenacious. Divine Seven of Wands here. Okay. Two of Wands. Yeah. You're tenacious. I feel like you may not know every point. You may not know where this story is going to end, but like a lot of you all know exactly what you want to do. And a lot of you all are getting ready to begin that story. Like a lot of you are beginning to write the narrative of what is considered your new life, this new journey. Okay. And with the Two of Wands, like Ten of Wands here at the bottom of the deck, of course, is going to be a grueling journey because, strongest soldiers, blah, blah, blah. Two of Wands here. Like you may not know every detail, but I feel like you're going. Two of Wands, Queen of Cups, and then the Queen of Swords. Trust your intuition. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. This doesn't give me two separate parties. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Trust what you feel. Trust what you know. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Here at the bottom of the deck. Divine, and last one for this energy here. And then we have the Sun. Yeah, I feel like trust exactly because I feel like you will know exactly which direction to go, exactly what to do when that time and when it comes. Because you didn't have all of these major experiences in your life, and you didn't go through all of these things in your life to not know which direction to go when faced with adversity, and when it seemingly feels like no sense of direction, but you will know. And if you don't know, a way will always be provided for you if you ask. Okay? Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully, this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And yes, that includes our sponsor, Psychic Source, because while we playing, right? While we playing, you know what's going on. You know what's up. Check those details down below in the description box. And I got you, okay? And also, if you've been wanting a personal reading from me, we're still in January. Couple more days to go. A week and some days, okay? So, 25. Just like I said, everybody's been coming to me. Why don't you may as well join the party. You may as well join the party, okay? Those details down below in the description box as well. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and I'll see you in the network. Bye, guys.